Jamaica, the land of Bob Marley, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, Usain Bolt, and of course, Reggae Month, the only month-long reggae music festival on planet Earth, where something reggae happens every day in the month of February, ranging from mega reggae concerts, reggae award ceremonies, and educational symposia on reggae. February is Reggae Month. Reggae Month is February, when Jamaica invites the world to come to Mecca, Reggae Mecca, and come catch the rhythm like no place else on earth, only in Jamaica.
And that's how I made it, give him the door, breathe, I'm delighted. Jano say my passion ignited. Got the music, get me excited. I'm coming like a boss.
Reggae is global, reggae is everywhere.
Yeah, reggae is my life, you know, because I want to reggae ministry, I'm not walk out saying that or something.
We have something which the world crave even right now. Reggae is internationally known.
In the industry, and I want to know from you gentlemen perspective, who is the executive producer and who is the producer? How you understand that?
Well, as to me are executive and me are the producer.
You're wearing both caps.
I wear both caps, to be honest. But at least, you know, the music change, artists changes, you know, it's a computer world. It's not like, really and truly my best time in music is when 45 and NPSL. Really and truly, that's how me think me make a good money out of the music. Now, it's not a case of it, we're not making money, or the artist they're not making money, but when it comes to the producer, if you don't control that artist, I mean, you're left behind, because if you are depending, might be, say, you might get some publishing, but if you are depending on sales of record for earn, like when I could have pressed 1,000 or 2,000, 45, and I sure say I could send some of England, send some of Caribbean, New York, and that is already cash. It's out.
Business model change now.
Model change.
I'm going to go on to the rest, but when you touch on that, there has been an increase in interest in vinyl. That don't help now?
It helps, but it not help me, you know, Kibo, you know why? Vinyl and pressure Jamaica again.
Ah, so you mean so you have to press it overseas?
If you forget it and you press to change, my greatest achievement is when I can go to Diamond and I say I want 500.
Yeah.
And I go to Sonic Sound and I want a 1,000 and I get it and I go and the record shop them, I go and select go to New York. That is how the real cash come in.
Yeah.
And that is how, you know, for real, I mean, it's not going on for in England, you understand, say, and Japan too.
Yes. I'm going to come back to it though, because we want to look at how the production has changed with technology. But let me hear what Jailer say towards this business. Who is the producer and the executive producer?
All right, so I think over time the roles have changed, obviously from traditional to more modern contemporary views, in the sense that an executive producer can be involved with the making of the whole project, making sure the project is sometimes funded, making sure that it has a particular guideline to get to a certain goal, to be done, to be mixed, to be mastered, you know, just to get it across the finish line. While a producer is just a piece of the puzzle. So you can have an exec producer who produces an album that consists of many different producers of each track. So an album can have 5 producers, but one exec.
One exec.
Right, the one that connects all of them and make it make sense and make the transitions work. Or sometimes they're more involved musically, but other times they're more involved with the funding aspect, which is just making sure that recording costs get paid, mixing costs get paid, mastering costs get paid, artists get paid, that kind of thing. So,
got you. Ari, if you concur, or you have?
Yes, I mean, simply put, the executive producer, historically, excuse me, is the one who pays for the record to be to completion. The producer manages the expectations of the exec producer.
Of the exec producer.
Essentially, right? Like a coordinator of all the functions. So, you know, back in the day, you'd have the musicians and you had your composer, arranger, right? And the producer oversees that on behalf of the exec producer.
Yes.
You know, the lines are blurred now. That's what it started out as.
I'm glad you mentioned that the lines are blurred because that's the whole reason for the question. Because, as Jack said, there are categories, but you can wear several hats.
Yeah.
So sometimes, as in the case of somebody like a Dean Fraser or yourself,
Right.
you are actually the music controller too.
Yes.
They do what you say, the music
Composer,
director.
producer,
So you wear the
etc.
three hats, you understand what I mean? And so sometimes for somebody, people just coming in the industry, they see maybe the music director as the producer, where it can be separate.
Can be separate.
You see?
Yeah.
But looking now, going back to what Jack was touching on, before we come to the end of the segment, we're looking at how this production thing has changed through time, because Jack spoke to vinyl when it was a plastic thing being pressed, and then we went to CD and the digital world came in, and now we have wave files and MP3 and Spotify and so on. The changing of the business, JL, how you appreciate it now?
Well, I exist in the midst of the latest change. So I mean, you know, the efficiency of being able to just go on your phone and just play a song. You know, you don't have to, because I remember when iTunes was doing their thing where you had to basically pay to even listen to the music. So then, to me, it was rough back then having that paywall to kind of get to content. But I also grew up in the era of YouTube. Where a lot of music was just placed on YouTube, and it's the internet, so there's no barricade to getting to that. But prior to that technological advancement, I do think that there is a special thing about going into a store and buying a record. Because I mean, I bought CDs. And I do have a few vinyls of my own.
Can I take a old boy privilege and just applaud that?
It's real, man. It's real. Trust me, it's special. I remember those days, man. Like, all of them stores we used to go to and buy CDs.
Yeah.
They're not there anymore.
Ari, what do you say to that?
I mean, I'm old enough to remember. I'm young enough to be relevant. So I'm kind of in the cusp. But I mean, this is a sad reality of the situation. It comes down to how music is consumed. And as technology changes for the consumer, we have no choice but to adapt, because we don't have turntables in your house anymore. You barely have a CD player in the car.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we just have to adapt to that. To touch on what Jack was saying earlier, and I mean Father Scott was saying earlier, when it comes to the aspect of the producer, what happens a lot of time is that the physical creation of the master was beneficial to the producer because you had to create that master. Now it's all digital, but there's still that right. So it comes down to, you know, how producers cash in on that right. We know the rates differ and all those things, but yeah.
All right, gentlemen, we have come to the end of the first segment of what, for me, has been a really, really exciting discussion that has brought out a lot. Viewers and listeners, you are watching the third leg of the relay, the producer's leg of JARIA's Reggae Open University in Reggae Month 2023.
Jamaica, the land of Bob Marley, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, Usain Bolt, and of course, Reggae Month, the only month-long reggae music festival on planet Earth, where something reggae happens every day in the month of February, ranging from mega reggae concerts, reggae award ceremonies, and educational symposia on reggae. February is Reggae Month. Reggae Month is February, when Jamaica invites the world to come to Mecca, Reggae Mecca, and come catch the rhythm like no place else on earth, only in Jamaica.
And that's how I made to give him the glory. I'm delighted. Jano say my passion ignited. Got the music get me excited. I'm coming like a boss.
Reggae is global. Reggae is everywhere.
Yeah, reggae is my life, you know, because I want to reggae ministry, I'm not walk out saying that or something.
We have something which the world crave even right now. Reggae is internationally known.
February is Reggae Month. Go catch the rhythm on Reggae Month TV, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. daily in February. Catch the mega reggae concerts, interesting reggae documentaries and symposia, reggae conversations with pioneers of the music, and lots more. Reggae Month TV all days in February, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. on PBCJ and the Ministry of Culture social media pages. Get all the details real time on the Reggae Jamaica mobile app and come catch the rhythm this Reggae Month.
Yeah.
Yes, we welcome you again to the second segment of the third leg of the relay, the producer's leg. And you know, say athletics are our thing, right? And this now, the 4x100, you know. I want to go forward to a time when I have a guy named what? Blake, you know, Johan, you know, when him catch that third back, you know, go around and hand to Bolt, you know. Yeah, so here we are with the Jamaica Reggae Industry Association, JARIA, Reggae Month 2023. Reggae Open University. We're talking to producers who have excellent track records throughout the years. And we're talking about when there was vinyl, we're talking about when there was CDs, we're talking about now that there are files, now there's Spotify, now there is iTunes and YouTube, of course. TikTok.
Industry right now.
Yep.
Man alive.
TikTok around the thing. Yeah. Well, Jacob, your role as a producer in terms of a lot of controversy that sometimes happen about what is being produced. I don't know who want to jump on this one at first, because you know what people are saying out the street. Everything from lyrics and content and moral issues and all them things.
Alright, it's an interesting thing because I am a supporter and an advocate for the culture. And the culture as it is defined as, you know, the collective behavior for people, you know, the pattern for people, how they think, how they move, how they act. And when people make songs that are, you know, within the culture, they make what they live and what they experience. But you also have to align that with their personal values. So even myself, I try to make sure I align myself with things that I can at least relate with, you know. But at the same time, I don't want to squander people's expression of their circumstances and their life. Just as long as I personally don't feel it's like a negative attack, you know. And I think just as long as it's not like a negative connotation to the lyrics and the words, to an extent to that it's tarnishing my personal values, you know.
You feel a sense of tension between the generations in that regard? You feel like the older guys are somewhere, youth will not produce too much violent stuff or too much sexuality?
But that's always been around. I just think the youth them nowadays are a little more, they're more bold, let's say, with it, and brash with it. So they will say they'll be more specific. I think back in the days it was more cleverly written. You know, it was a little more nuanced in the sense that, because you know, you have things like Sting and them things there that always encourage some sort of, you know, violence to a degree. But I do think people will just always tend to sing, you know, where they grew up on, like Movado, Cartel, and even the clash that happened in that era. So it's just like, yeah, there is tension, but I don't think any one group of people is to blame. I really do think that there has to be a collective discussion like we're having now to really come to an idea of what is it that we all want for everyone's collective consciousness.
Or if you feel the youth them get too much bashing from the older folks?
To some degree, but again, it comes down to the motivation of what's the bashing for, what's behind the bashing. I think sometimes you find that people use, you know, a soapbox argument to kind of bolster the fact that they're not really as you know, they don't have as much, you know, public control or you know influence as they would like to have, right? Which first let me start by saying art is subjective. What's art to you might not be art to me, right? So any form of censorship is wrong, but there's also time and place, and also, you know, purpose. Because, for example, in the example of a sound clash, I don't think we want a kumbaya dub plate in a sound clash, right, Father John? You know what I'm saying to you?
You know
We want an aggressive, you know what I'm saying to you? We want a thing to say, stamp your class, it comes down to purpose. Also, when it comes to the youngsters, it's kind of hard to curb something about invested in from morning. So it's best if you at least have a say in what they do, to be like, okay, I don't think you should do that. But if it's kind of, so to come in on the back end and be like, oh, that is it's ridiculous, right? You have to show some support, because a lot of these artists have songs and they themselves, you know, would, you know, try to be positive, but if it doesn't get this level of support, then what happens there?
Yeah, here comes the market. But Jack, would you restrict your artists? You have a youth, as you say, you like this youth.
Yeah, definitely. Over the years, I restrict artists to what they're going to say on the mic when I produce them. I don't produce nothing. To put it this way, honestly to God, I don't produce nothing what can play on radio. So you know where me stand with that.
So you don't do the clean version.
No. I don't be the people. I don't work with that now.
Don't work with that.
If an artist come to me with that, I tell him, say, no, I don't do this. So. I have history in this, you know. No disrespect. One of the baddest tune in a dance hall is what Shabba Rankin do, you know. I don't really want to call the word, but they love.
That's
you know,
right.
I was the first one to Maggie to, you know. When I mean dynamics, I voice it. I say, Shabba, you know, so I voice song I can't play for radio. And they come to one of the biggest songs. I don't have anything against that.
Yeah.
But what I want to tell my young artists them is that is not a bad song enough. You have Echo Wooded, you have Yellow Man,
exactly.
But a different type of thing to what the youth have said. No,
serious.
The youth have said, they want to cut the gun. No. Well, it's not needed. For, see, like how you get once you take up the gun, you can say, I love my brother and I see a melody. When you check it out, you can use a good lyrics and melody. I don't want to kill them because, as the Jews say, I want them grow up in and what them do. But my brethren just say a while ago, we need to curb them. For me, look for the artists like my son and my pitney, you know. And me say, you have some kids, we are getting grandchildren now. Our job to guide them, you know. That doesn't say them not hear the badness, but we have to say to them, say, no, that's not right, you know. So it's the same thing with the music. So if we can educate the younger one and tell them, say, you can be like a portrait who just win a Grammy and do some conscious tune. And you can be a Chronics there. It can work, and the message in the music, it matters, it no matter what rhythm, whether it's on dancehall rhythm or any rhythm. For rhythm is the rhythm where you dance with. The melody is what you say. And see, like when you talk about gun, you can talk about love.
Yeah.
Melody, catch you. You can talk about, we talk about sex then. Do it in a way where, you know, you know, say Calypso, why name it's a saltfish, I would know.
Sparrow,
but
Sparrow, yeah.
Sparrow. So, me I look upon it and I say, them can still do them thing, but do it, that's my grand pitney and my pitney and yours, we can just in the house and play it and everybody
feel good.
Everybody feel good.
But the powers that be sometimes though, give our industry a hard time for what's going on in the society. You think that is fear?
It's not that fear. As my brother just said, I just think we need to guide our music, guide our children, guide the younger artists, make them understand, say you can do good and it work.
And also hold a mirror up to society when it don't work and say, well, we're not giving it the forward, you know, because at the end of the day,
all right,
you know, the people who are presenting it, when they present it because there's a demand for it.
Yeah.
So that has to be also taken into consideration.
And,
right.
And you see, the society really, you know, them not to bash them to that.
No.
I'm not going to support them, as I said. It's like, you say artist is something wrong, you have to try to curb him or, you know what I mean, cool him down. Because sometimes just what the youth I say is why I'm around him and you just say again, you go in the dance, especially the woman, and them jump to the wrong thing sometimes like that. And once them a jump, you know.
This is Johnny. trumpeter for the Scatterlights back in the day look at me one day and say, boy, music is a funny thing, you know, because sometimes the right is thing wrong and the wrong is thing right. So what funny thing about music? Because you see, it's segue to a thing that I want to talk about, no, the business part. Because the business part is real. And if the public is jumping to what you produce and your bank manager is going to be happy, how you feel about that, Jay?
Well, I think the thing about it is, if it does well, but if it's something you don't really support, then it's always gonna eke at it in a way, at least for me sometimes, you know, in a sense that, I mean, granted, you don't want to be producing anything you don't support, first of all. Right, you don't want to be in studio with people and it's a song where you don't
it's
like.
Your thing is not your
right.
Thing.
So, more than likely, you know, I don't think I've gone through a situation like that, thankfully. You know, I just try to work with people that I like, people that I rate, people that have a respect for the music themselves, you know, and if it does well, it does well, and I'm glad it's not something that I feel, you know.
So what seems to be a consensus right across the board, at least with this panel, is that if you don't feel it, you're not producing.
Right, that's not your alignment, you know. Producing, for example, I mean, not picking on him specifically, I think Skeng is very talented, but I wouldn't produce the records for that. It's not my thing, you understand me? There's no doubt in my mind with the first time I heard him, because I mean I wear other hats as people like someone that plays the music. When I heard him for the first time, I was like, okay, this is definitely something. This is going to be something, right? But could I, you know what I mean? If he was in my camp or I had access to that level, I'd be like, perhaps I would try another direction. But would he be open to it? I don't know. I'm just using him as an example, right? But it's kind of hard to tell him at this point. Don't do that when he has had success with
it.
That's the weirdest dynamic.
That's the business part of it. You see? And also, the internet is interesting because it is not as restricted as terrestrial radio.
Yes.
You see? I mean, I know people who were radio jocks on terrestrial radio and they were restricted, and then was going to start a digital radio station and them can say and talk anything.
Yes. But that was the genesis of the pirate radio movement in the UK.
Yes.
Right,
yes. And let's face it, you know, pirate was a whole lot of people.
Can I tell you? That's not a statement.
Yes, because I mean, believe it or not, somebody like even Freddie, and Freddie's concept wasn't out there, but pirate radio really helped to get that over. And so, well, ladies and gentlemen, listeners, viewers, we are now at the end of the second segment of Relay. Leg number 3, the producer's leg. Jamaica Reggae Industry Association, JARIA, presents Reggae Open University 2023.
February is Reggae Month. Go catch the rhythm on Reggae Month TV, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. daily in February. Catch the mega reggae concerts, interesting reggae documentaries and symposia, reggae conversations with pioneers of the music, and lots more. Reggae Month TV all days in February, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. on PBCJ and the Ministry of Culture social media pages. Get all the details real time on the Reggae Jamaica mobile app and come catch the rhythm this Reggae Month.
Proud of ourselves, Reggae Month TV. Proud of ourselves. Yes. This is Queen Africa. Keep it locked. Reggae Month TV. Load. Yeah.
So take your time. Take your time, no need to worry. And take it easy, no need to worry. Say no slipping, no sliding, no bumping, no boring, no one to ride into town. No disgrace, just pick yourself from off the ground, yeah. So take your time, yeah. No need to worry, no. So take it easy, and take it easy, and take it easy, and take it easy. No need to worry. And for the road is rough.
Yes, viewers and listeners, welcome to the third segment of Reggae Open University, Jamaica Reggae Industry Association's Reggae Month 2023. You have been watching Jalil doing his tribute to Hopeton Lewis, one of our pioneers, at the JARIA Honor Awards 2022. Yours truly conducting. We give thanks, and of course you can see our chairman is on drums with a band called Intonation, and that is reggae with strings, something that Jack and myself also did. Scarfy, I'm going to detour a little bit. I'm going to tell them about our thing with the strings, man. We win the contest, man. Tell them about it, Jack.
Oh, man, that was the Red Bull contest was a great moment, man. That's how I say, why reality is reality, and when you come with original acoustic, this is acoustic sound.
You see me?
No, listen. No care going on. If I even if you make a computer with him, what's sweeter than when you see a band and back up a artist and it a play? Tell me now.
The organic.
You can't go in.
You know, I was telling Jalil earlier, you know, we were back into the dressing room, that I laugh now when I tell my students that cut and paste really was cut and paste.
Yes.
When the youth say, you mean it? I say, yeah, man, I'm a razor, you know. Yes. I'm a razor cutting a tape, you know, and paste it, you know. That's where cut and paste come from. And, you know, to see the look of amusement on them face, because it happens to all of the youths them now. And there was a time when you cut dub plate, and it was a one take. Tell them about that, Jack.
Yeah, man, well, in my time when I get, especially around at Tubby's then, if I know Tubby's is the man, one of the man who when me start cut dub plate, that's for me. One. When you see him put on that dub on the machine, and you see that rhythm I play, and the artist a voice, him can't make a mistake. If he make a mistake,
that's it.
That's it. So, that is all one cut, especially on a dub plate. You cannot go and make a mistake and think it will stop. Maybe the mistake you have to do as a good artist, and if you make a mistake, it does, and just continue. And you know what I mean? Like a little record scratch, but it gone.
Improvise.
You cannot stop it up played for. That's how one cut. I know, like some people might think, say, you know, in a recording date, for instance, a man like Struder one, then Mr. Dad.
Yes.
Oh, did I start with a 2-track tape?
Yeah.
So, you know, him have one track, which is the rhythm, and the other track is what the artist vice from. I think still, if an artist make a mistake on the one track, he can still stop and start it back. Mm-hmm. But when a dub plate, you can't stop and start it back. Mm-hmm. So that is the difference with a 2-track tape. I can't tell Mr. Dad this was a 2-track man from that till it got to 4-track. Me and the troubles then 2, then 4, then 8, then 16 track, then 24 track from Channel 1 day 24 track, and it moved to the 8 that now, and Alice is 8 that until it come back down to that machine and CDs, and now it's all what you guys have said TikTok.
Well, let me interject here and tell you. I'm going to tell you a little secret from Third World. We cut a version of Dreamland. Okay. Bonavilla popularized. And I don't know, I want to tell you live and direct that it's about 5 years later, I tell Cat Core that I erased the guitar and the intro. You never know. Go England for do the mixing. I accidentally erased the guitar. And then I realized I played 2 times. So the guitar you're hearing is the second one. But here, why am I telling the story now? Because we used to do a thing called wild sync. I don't know when I don't know wild sync. Yeah, man. We used to run it to a 2-track. And then finger punch. Right? And then when you run the machine, you have to hold the 2-track and wait to the point of the music, you know. A wild sync it. Now today you just use a button. Yeah. So the technology is changing. And I must say that this is one aspect of the digital world that I welcome. Editing is now a joy. Editing was really working them time there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I mean, or if you have seen the machines go through the changes, you have some of them, some of your vintage stuff still. I mean, how you look at today's world now that you can just take out your computer?
Well, you know my thing with it. I mean, well, for those who don't know my stance, the principle is still the same. There's a time is diminished and changed. Because even the whole concept of a computer rhythm, it's our composition. So if you compose foolishness, and it's going to be foolishness, right? For example, one of the technologies a lot of the producers use nowadays is called splice. I wish I get musicians that have played lines, and the lines they can pitch it and add it, but it still has to be played properly. You understand me? So I mean, I don't. You use splice?
Barely, but I know of it though.
I've seen it used. I have never used it, but after the rhythms that are nowadays they get from that account, but still from musicians that have played lines and stuff. So they just compose now and putting stuff together. It might be easier, but it still requires a certain level of musicality and musicianship. So the principles are still the same, no matter the technology. That's where I am with it. All you save is really the time and how much more productive you can be.
True.
But JL, you in your production now, do you mix live playing with your programming?
Yeah, and it's more desirable than ever before because I have a track called Ups and Downs with Hector Roots Lewis. And I have another track with him called King Said, which is like a full live tracked reggae rhythm, classic kind of roots track. And to me, honestly, that kind of feeling, every time I listen to something classic, something that was done in the days that you guys had mentioned with the tracks, like the feeling of it, the simplicity, but also the groove of it is very unmatched. And I've spent a lot of time trying to recreate that digitally. And you can get close, because obviously reggae had this digital age where it was just, the sequencers making the rhythms, but you get close, but you don't get quite there. You feel me? So I love to incorporate musicians in any way possible, even with things that are not your classic reggae, just things to kind of give some natural swing and vibe to some.
You find that to you mix
definitely. Well, all the reggae rhythms that I produced have live elements in there. Right? Even if I compose it, right? Drums, right? Go to a drummer, right? Or the guitars, as you know I'm saying to you, might even compose the bass line. I let a live bassist play it over. So definitely.
Just like me, I make one of my first computer rhythm. I'm one of the men who away from Blood Fire Pass who come with Blood Fire Pass, every pass get flat. So the same musician them make lazy about the rhythm for me. You know the rhythm there, the computer. But as I'm saying, I still use live. If you hear the rhythm guitar, Lassell, Beckford, chick-a-ding, So even if I personally make a computer rhythm, I have to try to get a Dwight Picnic. You don't even know, so maybe I make one of the LP with your brethren, Bonnie Rose. His first solo album. And one of you computer rhythm there, but everyone they might have in a cat core play the guitar. But I have to have live instruments and my computer rhythm to make it have that feels. I never, and I remember me saying, all those slanting come and lick with my little lazy body. And we always both fan jam it and say, jam it. Remember, lazy body come before you.
Well, I'm going to make a correction though, Jack, that might surprise you. That was not actually Rug's first solo album. It was Rug's first solo. Listen to that little technicality. It was Rug's first solo album as Bonnie Rugg. Because he had made a solo album before with Lee Perry. But him call himself Bonnie Scott.
Well, listen, you live, you learn. And I will never know about Bonnie Scott. I talk about the first solo album with Bonnie Rugg. By the way, oh my God, it's a great soul. It's a great album.
Great album.
Man, and we just love him.
Absolutely.
Oh man, I just love that version. I just love that.
Not to detour from the theme of the program, but I just have to mention that.
Yes, sorry about
for
that.
the list. No, you have a sorry man. It's educate also. And so for the viewers, Bunny Ruggs was actually the lead singer for Third World from 1976 until he passed away, unfortunately, from cancer. And Barry G once gave him an award saying he thinks he's the greatest singer he has ever heard. And I would support that.
I would support that.
Man was an extended baritone.
Oh man.
Serious thing. However, people, now the business part again. Views, likes.
That's great, that.
Tell me about it, Jay.
Great, that. Why?
New metrics, I guess, and it's interesting because the internet almost can feel like it's not real, the interaction and the numbers. And to an extent, in this current world, a part of it could be not real when you talk about bots and that kind of thing. But honestly, it's the way that we interface with our fans and the people, I do think what reigns above all is the face-to-face interaction, the performances, the tours, the shows. But I think like even COVID really showed us that digital interaction, the likes, the followers, all those metrics that at one point people were kind of bashing. People really needed that for some sort of validation. You want to know your stuff is doing well. And if you have 10,000 followers and you post something and you don't even get 50 likes, yeah, it must mean something not working out, even though these aren't people that you are seeing as 50 people. You're just seeing the number 50 or the notification. But in just like how you go out in the street or you go to a party and you play something and then you don't get the whole party moving to it. At the end of the day, you can actually live see that interaction and move it and persuade them to get to where you want them to get to, versus online where it's just there's no faces, there's not that interaction, so it's different.
All right, well, here's what I'm going to do, because I want to touch back on this topic.
Yeah.
We're coming now to the end of the third segment. So I'm going to take the wrap now for JARIA's Reggae Open University, Reggae Month 2023, the third leg, the producer's leg. You are watching us live right here.
It's a musical journey with Freddie McGregor.
Big ship sailing on the ocean.
Bring him on now one more time. Make way the massive again. Bring him.
A big ship sailing on the ocean.
Freddie McGregor is a singer from Clarendon who at 7 years old wrote a song called Roll Dumpling Roll, which took me to Kingston, to Coxon Studio 13 Brentford Road, popularly known as Studio 1. And it began from there and hasn't stopped since 1963.
So many people wanna see me stop loving you.
Oh well. Watch this Reggae Month special this Sunday, February 19 at 8 p.m. on PBCJ.
Yes, you have been watching the JARIA Honor Awards 2022, and that was Nix doing a tribute to JC Lodge, Telephone Love. The JARIA Honor Awards is an honor awards where we feature persons who have made significant contributions in the industry. And we do have popular categories, but most of the categories are voted for by a panel because we try to let people know who have been those significant bass players and producers and engineers and guitarists, and many of whom have gone before. Because one of the work that JARIA does is to entertain you and let you know what has happened as we move forward. But right now, you're watching Reggae Open University 2023, and we are in the final leg of the final segment of the third leg of the relay, the producer's leg. I want to revisit the topic about bots and likes and subscriptions and these things that happen in the new form of the business. YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, Bandcamp, you name it. Arif, I've heard that, as you yourself said sometime, it can be a two-edged sword because it can be a genuine metrics or it can be not genuine metrics. Elaborate for me.
Well, I mean, the whole thing with people purchasing views and, likes, it's a double-edged sword. It's not a black and white topic because you have to look at it also like promotion. So back in the days of CDs, you had Billboard charts. Used to have something they call 100,000 shipped, which never meant it sold. That's what that's carried to the actual store. The store, right? What went back, you wouldn't see. Same kind of principle. You understand me? Because the thing with the market nowadays is it's a time-based market. You can get some instant gratification, but you have to really give it some time. So you have a 2-3 month window to see if something's going to take root or not. Right? Some people try to juke them stats, hoping to garner interest. But you can usually tell after 3 to 4 months if there's any interest or not. So, I mean, it's there, it's defective, depends.
So if it looked like I had 500,000, right? But it's some things I bought or got the bots to set up.
Right. So in 5 months you still have 500,000. Then what does that tell you?
Not now going for me.
There you go.
Here you. Jail, for the viewers that don't know what the bots are, explain the whole business of the bots.
Alright, so basically it's inflated views. It's views that don't correlate with an actual corresponding audience that's behind their computers watching or behind their phones. So, but as Arif says, it can be used as some sort of promotion. So people see you with the 1 million views, in the first few days and just like, wow, this is doing well.
Right.
Then they go to it, and more than likely the song is good enough to be able to carry its own for a little. But that's a trend I've been seeing pretty frequently recently when it comes to dancehall songs, where like they get to 1 million real quick, and I'm just like, that's great. Honestly, I mean, if that's organic, then that's perfect. But at the same time, I can get where new artists would want to bypass the go out in the streets and promote and do all these things to get organic views, bypass that, to just get that first boost of impression,
Yeah. But you definitely like that, I just noticed with you, you like the organic thing, you like that.
Yeah, I mean...
It also boosts, it also, the boot, it's not really 100% fair to say it's not. Because it's not a human view, it's still a view. Because if the computer is playing it, somebody sets up a network of computers that will play something repeatedly. It's not a human view, and it's still monetized. So you still get money back from it, right? You still get paid from it. So if you invest into yourself, some of that money is going to come back to you regardless, right? It's not a situation where it's a complete waste. But in the current culture where people want to, the consumer wants to know, okay, this is what is happening, this is what is trending, I want to be a part of that. You want to be in the conversation, so what are you going to do? You're going to walk around singly and hand every single song to every single... That's not the market nowadays, that's not where we are, so...
Different kind of thing going on now.
Yeah.
Jack, how is your internet thing going?
Well, my internet thing at this moment is as I said, it's quite a while I don't produce, and I've been producing this young man, sign him up. And I look upon it and say, yeah, one of the ways I think for earn from him, yes, but I like to get the views, but I think promoting him to make the world knows him, that they can book him. I think that's where the money at now is from the artist going to perform, and as long as him can please him audience and grab the audience, just like what Bridget said, you want to see 50 people for you and they might enjoy themselves. And that might can that 50 people will lead to 50,000 then. Because them will tell one, oh, this guy is great, and people will come out. I think that's where I see where the money at now. I mean, yes, the views can give you some little extra, but I don't see it as a big, investment now what we can earn from as a producer.
Yeah.
The actual thing now is an artist, if him really make the public love him.
That's really just a promotional tool.
The older music, from Mentor to what I call international reggae, or even old school dancehall, how does it influence your production now as a younger producer? You listen to it, does it influence you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I grew up on that and I still reference it to this day.
Still reference it?
Yeah, because I think back then there was a lot less distractions when it comes to making music. People had a more pure mindset, a more purist mindset when it came to laying things down, in the sense that you do gather interests and inspirations from other music, but then, you really take your time to perfect that soul and put yourself into it, as opposed to nowadays where it's easily, as Arif mentioned, there's splice where you can grab a loop, you can grab a drum loop from someone, or you can grab this, you can grab that, and just throw it in and put together a song, in a couple of minutes, So it's just like referencing the days and the times when, people just put their full heart into everything that they did, and there wasn't really much of the idea of super stardom, fame, international, worldwide. It was just love for the music. So it was like, it's hard to really hear that authenticity as often as it was being produced constantly back in the day.
The reason I ask you the question is because if you listen to rhythm and blues, before Jamaica got independence, I talk about some fats that oldies, right? You listen to rhythm and blues now, it is still called rhythm and blues, but there have been significant changes.
Yeah.
Are we changing reggae and dancehall too much? Mr. Trap and all kind of things happening. I'm not going critical of it, but I'm wondering, production-wise, is it the new thing? Is it that we are moving in another Jamaican direction? Or is it that we have sold out? Jack, how you feel?
It's a younger generation now, and as I said, in the mere days when we grew up, I mean, our parents never it's a reggae then.
You're right.
That's right. Let's not forget.
Yeah, so we have to look on the nowadays youth. They never make them think. And that's all I can say as a producer. I always have to say to the younger one, then, please, do the things, but keep it positive and we can dance and enjoy it in a manner where our kids can enjoy it and we can play it, make our children and grandchildren hear. What my problem is just the lyrics, but the trap and I don't have a thing, I'm not going to go against them in a bad. If I remember we had them here, you grow, and our parents, they just like the fact that we know and the same. They don't want to hear the Bob Marley, they don't want to hear the Rastaman music. So, you know what I mean? Now, me and you know, we want to hear the Bob, we want to hear the one, but everybody want to hear Cartel and Mavana and the younger generation. So, I can't take it away from them.
Arif, you were instrumental in especially Cartel's earlier career, and you're still good.
Yeah.
Right? There has been a lot of criticism about content with him, right? Looking at what's happening today now, I mean, is Cartel still relevant?
I mean, definitely the generation that is here now, you could say him birthed a lot of that, you know what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is, though, to his credit, right? Because if you look at the parties that carry retro, there seems to be a need from a particular generation. Jamaican culture, the overall culture is kind of weird. We have a thing where we run serious joke, right? But we also get to the point where people tend to feel like that's all we are about, the tough nature. And a lot of people who don't grow in that tough nature want to experience it. Like going to the zoo, being close to the thing there, so but you're not in there with the lion. Mm-hmm. So you get a chance to fraternize with the violence without being a part of it. And the music does offer that to some degree to some people. Problem is that a lot of those artists have a lot of positive material that gets overlooked. That was impactful. That gets overlooked because people tend to want to hold on to Top Shot and No Miss, or a lot of those things, as opposed to the songs that they created in that era that were also as impactful. So that gets lost as the time goes by. But they have a whole cadre of songs that are positive. Not making an excuse because again, art is subjective. So they created art that was for some people and art that was for other people and it came from their heart. But people tend to hold on to as time goes by the more negative aspects, and that gets developed.
Yeah, come on. We're down to the wrap, right? And I just want to talk about the production future.
Right.
10 seconds each. Unfortunately, that's all we have. Future of the production.
As I said, we just want one positiveness in the music. It will live for the next. It's like the Bible. Good music live like the Bible, Yep. And we just want the youth them to know. Just think about going to the studio and do good music for our people.
Yeah, I would say collaboration, innovation, and respect for what came before.
Change is inevitable. Only music alone shall live. Music is fine. It's going to grow, evolve, and change. And what's going to stay is going to stay. What's going to go is going to go.
Viewers, this has been the third leg of the relay. The producer's leg. You have heard from Jack Scorpio, JL, RF Cooper, and yours truly. Jamaica Reggae Industry Association, JARIA, presents Reggae Month, one more year in 2023, and as you can see from the producers, it's positive enough. It'll go forward.
Kingston, Jamaica, the economic, social, and cultural center of creation of a country world-renowned for its creativity. Declared a UNESCO Creative City of Music on December 11, 2015, this capital city of an island paradise has given the world 6 music genres: mento, ska, rocksteady, reggae, dub, and dancehall. One of the interesting features of this creative gem is what has become known as Beat Street. This is a popular name for Orange Street, which runs from the corner of Parade in downtown Kingston and winds its way south to Torrington Bridge. It's one of the great wellsprings of Jamaican music and was home to Sir Coxsone Dodd's legendary Studio One records, as well as the original studios of Lee Scratch Perry and Prince Buster's famous Record Shack. Today, it is adorned with murals paying homage to some of the greats of the music, the foundation, the roots of reggae music. These iconic murals provide the backdrop for some electrifying performances by some of our most outstanding young reggae ambassadors. This is Act 1, Ladies on Beat Street.
Check 1 3. Greetings, my name is Aza Lineage, out of the Lineage family, representing good music. Give thanks for having me. So for this Reggae Month, you can expect niceness from the performance. I'll be starting with No Winners of War, a song imploring to Jamaica, and not only Jamaica but to the world, of how much we should live in peace. And also representing the Empress and Rebel Daughter, encouraging all of the Empress them to just stand strong, believe in yourself and keep it going. And then after that we'll be paying homage to sound system culture, So the Tune Sound System produced by King Jammy, so big up yourself, King Jammy. Another pioneer in the building, and the vibes is real, we're leaving it with some vibes.
The times are changing, my people, let's live it up. Too many people don't care and some don't give a water. Some people have it a waste and some just need enough. What you give is what you get and there is no love. So many nations are fighting for liberty and dreaming of that day when they will be free. And them a do it in the name of humanity. Interdependence is what we really need. Be forgiving. Be forgiven, no winners of war. And that's what I've always seen. No more troops should die, leave their family. Some survive but plagued by insanity. Yes, every artist must take responsibility for their rhymes, their metaphors and their simile. Some songs take the youths, their morality. Sing to them how great they can really be. Showing them that persistence is the key. Oh, what a joy when we live in a harmony. Be forgiven. Be forgiven. Be forgiven. Be forgiven, no winners of war. That's what I've always seen.
Aza Lineage is a young female artist up and coming from outer Augustown, My friends encouraged me to just, them see the talent and see the drive and encourage me to keep going. Music is something that I love, I see it and I'm pursuing it.
Lyrical slaughter, firm in on myself, me head no run like no water. Impress them soldier, strong and tender. Govern the place and we now go surrender. Hotter than a breadfruit pan a cold stove, yeah. Lightning strike if you try touch your data. Bun politics and we bun back from us. Carry the vibes, we keep it alive, we rise. Real rebel data. Them a loca, them a watcher, them a chatter. Real rebel data. What I say? This is for the Empress all around. Bout you want come lick me, you must feel like me and you pick me. Now you want come risk me, true you never get fed. Anyway, what you want do? Hurt me, them can't come hurt me. What you want do? Fool me, none of them can rule me. The woman them stand strong. We no weak out, stand long. The Empress them stand bold. If it not run right, we are take control. We are stand for the man too. When things get tough, say we them a run too. The woman all over. Put on your grounds and dance to the one your charter. What I say? Them a loca, them a watcher, them a chatter. Real rebel data. What I say? This is for the Empress all around.
Alright, the journey so far has been a growing one, you know. It has allowed me to meet the pioneers and also my peers that have influenced me, you know, and it's an encouragement to keep going. It's an industry, it's a culture that I love. Paying homage to sound system culture, something that I love personally. So respect to all of the greats, you know, all the ones that started it. And if you know me, you know my favorite artist is Dennis Brown, you know. The way how him sing, how melodious him is, and the whole heap of love song that we might have for the ladies, you know. So yeah man, him are definitely my singer, but when it come on to hardcore, you know, the Bounty Killer, the Shabba Ranks, you know, you name it, the culture on a whole is what I love, and that is the main influence.
1-3, this is a special livication to all sound system operator, yeah, hear me?
And we have said the only good system is a sound. Drum and bass make the people them gather round. Yeah, hear me? Rasta only surrender to the sound system. Positive vibration, it brings Rasta now. Giving to no system. Must be a musical vibes, it a fling. Only surrender to the sound system. Catch me angel and rock and swing. Now giving to no system. Rather play sound and play victim. Times hard, forget about your troubles and sing. Feel the bass line in your soul when you're dancing. Think him in the rock, said they are skanking. Big spliff in our mouth, you know we vibing. One man up with it, taking it easy. Stepping out of Babylon, now so speedy. Nobody that try figure me out. You'll never be me, can't use your politics and deceive me. Rasta only surrender to the sound system. Positive vibration, it brings Rasta now. Giving to no system. Must be a musical vibes, it a fling. Only surrender to the sound system. Catch me, I ain't dread a rock and swing. Now giving to no system. Rather play sound and play victim. You want a good system, build a sound. Word sound power make the people gather round. Squeeze a couple lineage, a few Dennis Brown, and another ear squeeze off a couple rounds. Music on me weapon of choice. Put a reggae music will make you feel nice. Double authentic, we no use splice, we no true bomb, we no use gun, no we no use knife, but people dead. Pan the sound system. Positive vibration, it brings a winner. Giving to no system. Must be a musical vibes, it a fling. Only surrender to the sound system. Catch me, I ain't dread a rock and swing. Now giving to no system. Rather play sound and play victim.
It is my desire to help a lot of people, especially young female creatives. She doesn't necessarily have to be an artist, but I know how it is difficult sometimes for a female to get a foot in whatever it is that she's doing for whatever reasons. So in 3 to 5 years, you know, being an influence to especially girls, young girls from the inner city, you know, all of we have to follow the same path, you know, but you can do something positive with your life and influence not only your community but your family.
You better get ready. We keep the vibes high, we keep the vibes up. You better get ready. Can I have this dance? Good looking, you stand a chance. And my attention from one place, so I know the vibes is real. Can I have this dance? Good looking, you stand a chance. My attention from one place, so I know the vibe is real.
In a day dance, I'm feeling hot. Right, you know me, I go shoot my shot. Sight a little single jubby and me like that. I forget the number that me know for a fact. Hey, me brave and me full of love chat. And you fi know say me a action pack. Lord have mercy, lightning clap. The way the music make me body just a rock. Hey,
can I have this dance? Good looking, you stand a chance. Get my attention from one place, so I know the vibe is real. Can I have this dance? Good looking, you stand that chance. Get my attention from one place, so I know the vibes is real.
You and me, I'll give me that. No watch, no face, or no words where I chat. We bubbling like a hot soup pot. Bassline make the waistline drop. DJ play the new medi rock. Money pull up and make it play non-stop. These are the vibes, no holding back. You want a dance, cause every couple lock. Hey,
can I have this dance? Good looking, you stand the chance. Get my attention from one place, so I know the vibes is real. Can I have this dance? Good looking, you stand the chance. Get my attention from one place, so I know the vibes is real.
So Reggae Month is a special thing, especially to me, and other young artists, and in the industry as a whole. This is where a lot of information is given out about the culture from even before me, so there's an opportunity to really learn about the things, see where it's coming from, see who are the major players, and as a brethren say, it's also an opportunity to get together with creatives, and celebrate all the pioneers, all the greats, all the ones that will come, so big respect to all of the ones who curate Reggae Month, respect.
So I know the vibes is real. Can I have this dance? Good looking, you stand the chance. Get my attention from one place, so I know the vibes is real. You better get ready. We keep the vibes high, we keep the vibes up. You better get ready.
Vanessa Bongo. I'm an island girl. I am a free spirit, advocate of love, naturalist, agriculturalist, Caribbean millennial. Why the name Vanessa Bongo? People actually gave me that name. First, my mother gave me the first name. Vanessa is my middle name. The second name, when my crown was shorter, people used to call me Bongo. Right? So they would mix up Bongo, Miss Bongo, Bongo Lee, Bongo V. So I just decided, you know what? All right, my name is Vanessa Bongo. I am from Barbados. I am a reggae artist. Definitely delving into more genres. And in the show, I'll be performing 3 love songs, which is a part of my last EP, the Love Trilogy. You'll hear Superhero, Ride the Rhythm, and Kisses and Goodbyes. So please enjoy.
I got this heavy feeling, I wanna let it go. Watch me know your favorite movie. You're my superhero, and I want you. Yeah, the city full of feeling, but I got you. Yeah, forever and ever. Nobody get me like you. You talk to me well spiritual, yeah, I like it. Nobody gets it like you. 5 o'clock every morning, play that tune. I put it in the middle, the bass, that groove. I catch you to the left, you get the right attitude. In the dance, watch it style, everybody pass through. Big tune, pull up again for me and you, yeah. I got this heavy feeling, I wanna let it go. Watch me know your favorite movie. You're my superhero, and I want you. Yeah, the city full of feeling, but I got you. Yeah, forever and ever.
So I feel like Reggae Month is a voice of the culture. So just like in Barbados, how they have Calypso and Crop Over, Trinidad has Soca, which is the voice of Carnival. Then I feel like Reggae Month is the voice of reggae and Jamaica. Well, definitely it gives artists a space, and me a space to express, you know, ourselves in the consciousness of reggae music, where that's not happening anywhere else in the world but Jamaica. So yeah, I think Reggae Month definitely has a huge impact on artists, reggae artists expressing themselves authentically.
But you decide greatness is a must, level up every night. Rastaman, yeah, it's a vibe. I love it the way you manage that bike. Oh, love we believe, to them we deceive. Enough of them say is a rude boy. Righteous to me, meditation clean. Love it when you give me that. Oh, from a wake up, prayer to rent to stay today, is it working? Tell me what you want, what you really want you deserve it. Style you get him, ride the rhythm. Nothing too normal, it tie me again. Camouflage, something can't hide it again. Tell me you love it when I ride the rhythm, ride the rhythm. From a wake up, pray to rent to stay today, is it working? Tell me what you want, what you really want you deserve it. Style you get him, ride the rhythm. Nothing too normal, it tie me again. Camouflage, something can't hide it again. Tell me you love it when I make up to break up. Avalanche when the mountain climb. Last time I said was the last time. I said it was the last. Emotion cage up. No fear in love and life. Stars align with the mind so divine. Can't get away from a good time. It's a good vibe. From a wake up, pray to rent to stay today. Is it working? Tell me what you want, what you really want you deserve it. Style you get him, ride the rhythm. Nothing too normal, it tie me again. Camouflage, something can't hide it again. Tell me you love it when I ride the rhythm, ride the rhythm. From a wake up, pray to rent to stay today, is it working? Tell me what you want, what you really want you deserve it. Style you get him, ride the rhythm. Nothing too normal, it tie me again. Camouflage, something can't hide it again. Tell me you love it when I watch the style you get him. You're wicked and wild with him. Make me want to child with him. Oh, from a wake up, pray to rent to stay today, is it working? Tell me what you want, what you really want you deserve it. Ride the rhythm, nothing too normal, it tie me again. Camouflage, something can't hide it again. Tell me you love it when I ride the rhythm, ride the rhythm. From a wake up, pray to rent to stay today, is it working? Tell me what you want, what you really want you deserve it. Style you get him, ride the rhythm. Nothing too normal, it tie me again. Camouflage, something can't hide it again. Nothing too normal.
I am influenced by Lauryn Hill. I love Buju Banton, Billie Holiday. Who else? So much more, but I would say that those are my three main persons: Lauryn Hill, Buju Banton, and Billie Holiday.
You see them two breadfruit, I wanna pick them off of the tree. You say you fix it, any problem, would you climb it and pick them for me? Yeah. I say you're coming like the salad to my dressing, oh baby, yeah, you're coming like the sugar to my tea. You're coming like the Kalia to my Rizla, I love you, yeah, you're coming to this ocean like the sea. What am I to do when the sky reminds me of you?
me to another land. Take a ticket on a rocket ship, I know how well I can. Travel the world with my baby, we're never too lazy. Work hard, righteous thoughts, manifest things amazing. Venus and fire, you got the magic key, your loving, babe. Entire empires, them coming, no need to rush it, babe. Turn on the fan, turn off the light as we embracing. You gotta leave, I gotta face it. What am I to do when the sky reminds me of you? What can I say if I see it every day?
In the next 2 to 3, 5 years, I would like to be traveling the world. I would like to be a part of developmental programs to uplift the Caribbean and Caribbean nationals. I would like to be performing all over the world. I would like my music to reach all over the world and touch people, children, families. I would like people to remember the impact that I made on the Caribbean and my island Barbados with my music.
Pop dancehall reggae artist. She's the artist, the writer, the singer of Baby, Deadbeat Man, and the list goes on and on. I have some when I was younger, like Beautiful God, Don't Tickle Me Pink. I have a lot of them. I've been doing music since I was 13 years old, so I have a long list of songs. Well, you can expect me to be singing No Woman No Cry by the great Bob Marley. I did it as a tribute to him. I also did Lioness by Queen Ifrica and an original by me, Gossie. So it's called Baby. You can check it out on YouTube.
No woman, no
Reggae Month is a good showcase for artists like myself that are in reggae and dancehall. I think it also showcases the great history that we have in reggae, so it keeps teaching youngsters like me the history and making the legacy go on and on. Okay, so I see myself in the next 3 to 5 years collecting Grammys, a lot of awards for my great work in music. I see myself on the US Billboard charts for multiple songs in the top 100 on the Billboard US charts. I see my music doing a lot and changing lives in the future.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, yeah. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, yeah. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, yeah. When the road is called up, I'll be standing taller to face the hardness and the darkness of time. Yeah, we'll be taking care of all the children thereof. But if it's required, we'll be on the front line. You can call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, how the story's been told. Call me anytime, never cop out. The lioness is on the rise, don't you ever have doubt. Yeah, never say never, we in this forever to fight and be strong. Once it's for better, I'll write every letter in moving right along. Yeah, and I'll roll with the punches, accept changes, work with the formula, do what I got to do. You can call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, how the story's been told. Yeah. Call me anytime, never cop out. A lioness is on the rise, don't you ever have doubt. Nah, nah. Yeah, when you're willing to serve, yeah, we have room to observe, to see if you can walk the walk you talk. Yeah, let me give you my word, my voice must be heard. Bravery is a piece of my heart. Call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, how the story's been told. Call me anytime, never cop out. A lioness is on the rise, don't you ever have doubt. Na 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 na, yeah. Are you ready? Are you ready? Call me by my name, yeah. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, yeah, yeah. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ooh.
So, I love Beyonce. I love Jasmine Sullivan, Fantasia, Rihanna, Spice, Lady Saw, and I love Michael Jackson. I think he's so iconic with his performances and his music and his image. I think he's well-rounded. He's a threat, full-on threat. That's what I dream to become in the industry.
JAW. Oh yeah. Me a hot girl, step out every day. Look what type of way, and I might think that me a real star. No run back a boy, no run back a girl, and I might think that you a top out, you nice and you clean. By you roach them a call, go in. You will get rich, you walk I'm running. But me I tell her this, I pitch. Bye. Hands up, Papa hygiene. Man I say me sweet, I'ma step out the road. Enough confidence, cause I me buy me clothes, me buy me food. Don't watch me pose on the Twitter and the gram. Good girl have a buzz, clean from my head and my heart and my shows. Regular my pro. my squats. You are worried about this when your business a flop. Can't hold a man and I walk and a chat. Rule number one, make yourself number one. Entrepreneur don't depend on a man. Cause I am the queen but still a real G. No, you cannot pretend to be me. I am the queen but still a real G. Young black and give to the SMU. Me a hot girl, step out every day. Look one type of way and I might think that. Me a real star, no run back a boy, no run back a girl and I might think that. You a top out, you nice and you clean. You roach them a call, I go in. You will get rich, you walk on running. But me I tell her this, I bitch. I'm always stashed up, but like a card you decline. Young nice girl in my prime. Where call it crunch time. Can't sleep on me, cause I was stalling up right through the night. I'ma tell her this, I'ma tell her this. Me a hot girl, step out every day. Look one type of way and I might think that. Me a real star, no run back a boy, no run back a girl and I might think that. You a top out, you're nice and you're clean by. You roach them a car, go in. You will get rich, you won't come running. But me a tell her this, I bitch. Me a hot girl, step out every day. Look one type of way and I might think that. Me a real star, no run back a boy, no run back a girl and I might think that. You a top out, you're nice and you're clean by. You roach them a car, go in. You will get rich, you won't come running. But me a tell her this, I bitch. Me a hot girl, step out every day. Look one type of way and I might think that.
I want people to remember Monifah as an artist who showcases herself well. I want people to remember how serious I took my image, how serious I took performances, and how serious I took pleasing my fans. Hey, what's up? It's your girl Leah Karibe. Leah is a reggae dancehall artist and, you know, very versatile, so I am open to do many more genres in music. Well, in this show I will be doing 3 songs. One, a lovely reggae produced by ZJ Chrome, and another song, Energy, and another song, Love Yourself. So I hope you guys like it. It's gonna be a nice vibe.
Leah, take them to school.
You're unsure about the money, man, I never think for sure. Them just I watch you and I laugh cause you's a puppy show. Every part on your body, everybody know. You just a pose everywhere, you must see that me know.
Hi girl,
call you pretty,
pretty.
Call you nice. On your body, you fi never put a price.
Never.
You a trophy, yeah the price. Wake up and realize, love people and use things. Stop run your body for the bling blings. While you around down ain't leaving, girl. Your energy not right, your energy not right. Use things and love people. Stop yet good and love evil. With a real hot girl, them not feel you, girl. Your energy not right, energy not right. Enough of them girl only want some man feel with them up. Say them clothes are only money, man can take it up. Say them not put them foot in a no car. If I know the Benz, range of the Beamers. If your market set a go, you not. But you not far if you walking, bro. I saw these reps go. One thing me want them girl, you know. Love people and use things. Stop run your body for the bling blings. While you around down ain't leaving, girl. Your energy not right, your energy not right. Use things and love people. Stop yet good and love evil. With a real hot girl, them not feel you, girl. Your energy not right, energy not right. You're unsure about the money, man, I never think for sure.
Reggae Month is so special to this economy, and I feel like listening to reggae, growing up around reggae, going around the world and traveling and people loving reggae, you know, it put Jamaica on a map, and it's exciting to be a part of such production. My influence in reggae is Cecile. Cecile is from Manchester and I'm from Manchester, so it just connected easily. I would say Tanya Stevens, and I've been listening to Bob Marley from I could even walk.
Yo, yo, it's Leah, you know? Yeah. happy and me confident in myself. Now look nobody fi tell me nothing else. When me walk the streets, bare man just a call to me. So me can't find a fault with me. Me look good, so good. Me look good, I'm enough to wait for no man to tell me that. Never, no sir. Me stay good, so good. Me stay good when me put on my clothes. Me know me a showstopper. Oh yeah, girl, love yourself. Don't make no one take you for plaything. No, you're so beautiful and amazing. Amazing. Make them a figure you rating. All I'm saying is love yourself. Yeah. L-O-V-E yourself. Yeah. R-E-S-P-C-T yourself. Respect. Yeah. Don't try to fit in, just be yourself. And don't play yourself. Girl, love yourself. Be ready for anything they might throw your way. Be a lady when they try to scandal your name. I know it's hard, but you can do it. Just leave them to die. Girl, love yourself. Yeah. Don't make no one take you for plaything. You're so beautiful and amazing. Make them a figure your ratings. All I'm saying is love yourself. Yeah. L-O-V-E yourself. Yeah. R-E-S-P-C-T yourself. Yeah. Don't try to fit in, just be yourself. Never. And don't play yourself. Never. Girl, love yourself.
I want people to always remember that, I'm a happy person. My music is about being happy and good vibes. I want you guys to follow me on Instagram at I am Leah Karibe Music.
Don't you fall. Fa la 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 la. Into love, but just did I flirt?
up? It's your girl Brianni. How are you? Brianni is from the parish of Manchester. I grew up singing from I was a very, very tender age. However, I've always been very shy. It's a blessing to be here with you guys and to finally, you know, come out of my shell and showcase to you my talent. For this show, good vibes, positive, clean music. I'll actually be opening with a new song, and I really hope you guys like it, called All Yours. And that's really a love song. So for everybody, for all my women out there that, you know, have been through the notions of love or infatuation, this one is for you, that one's for you. I'll also be doing my latest single, which was through Ramesh Entertainment, called Let's Play. And then lastly, my first song that I ever did, called What's Good, which is more of an R&B genre.
Whatever you wanna do, you can do. Yeah. Baby, all of this is yours. You can do whatever you want to me. I'm yours, submissive. I'm ready for your touch, ready to receive whatever pleasure you have in store for me. All yours, your loving can never be too much. Just ease in, baby, give me everything. I wanna feel your skin, I wanna feel every inch. I have been waiting, don't wanna wait no more, no more. So make sure that you're ready, 'cause it's about to be a movie. All of this is yours. Do whatever you want to me. All yours. Submissive, I'm ready for your touch, ready to receive whatever pleasure that's love for me. All yours. Your loving can never be too much. I want it all. Give me that. Giving you my love, can you push it back? Baby, keep it up, now make it drop. You know I love it. Oh. At the nighttime, yeah. Figure you love it not the best time, yeah. Squeeze me tight, grip me right, baby. I love it, I love it, I love it. This is yours. Do whatever you want to me. I'm yours. Submissive, I'm ready for your touch, ready to receive whatever pleasure that's love for me. All yours. Your loving can never be too much. Baby, all of this is yours. You can do whatever you want to me. I'm yours. Submissive, I'm ready for your touch, ready to receive whatever pleasure you have in store for me. All yours. Your loving can never be too much.
Similar to our culture, out to many one people, I'd say out to many one genres. And I say that because I grew up listening to reggae, but I also love singers like Alicia and Rihanna. So I'm really a mixture, an integration of R&B and reggae. You know, I just want to be one of the biggest international female artists out of Jamaica, but specifically focusing on clean, positive music that, you know, people can listen to for generations and generations to come.
Skirt tight, heels ready, tonight's gonna be alright. Let's get it, body's on fire, just blaze, yeah. Know you wanna know my name, alright, okay. See you looking at me, let's play. Hope you can handle me, and I'll make your day. Ready for my session, can you handle? I'm the best decision you have handled. I melt you down like candle. Wax my body, don't be gentle. Give it to me good, I really like that. Don't slow it down, don't hold back. Give it to me rough, that's better. I know that you like this weather. Skirt tight, heels ready, tonight's gonna be alright. Let's get it, body's on fire, just blaze, yeah. Know you wanna know my name, alright, acting like all this is new. Don't be shy, boy. Give it to me like you want to. Skirt tight, heels ready. Tonight's gonna be alright. Let's get it. Body's on fire. Just blaze, yeah. Know you wanna know my name. Alright, okay. See you looking at me. Let's play. Hope you can handle me. I know I made your day. I know you like what you see on me. And I can tell from how you're looking at me. I know you like what you see on me. And I can tell from how you're looking at me. Skirt tight, heels ready. Tonight's gonna be alright. Let's get it. Body's on fire. Just blaze, yeah. Know you wanna know my name. Alright, okay. See you looking at me. Let's play. Hope you can handle me. I know I made your day.
You know, I am so proud to be Jamaican. I think Reggae Month is important for us as Jamaicans to really, you know, just have that prideful moment, to be proud, to reflect upon all the positivity that reggae has brought throughout the world, and even a motivational factor for so much more to come.
Been wishing what I tell the world. I can never tell. I can never tell what's good. What's good. What's good. If what's good for me ain't good for you, when it's hard to see what's the move. I ain't trying to lose myself in you. So what you wanna do? If it's too hard for you to compromise, word from the wise, just open up your eyes. I'm just trying to find what's real in this life. I'm just trying to find something real. Like how you feel, how you looking. Broke the law, now you booking. Why you trying to run from me? Misery loves company. He said you come for me. Still waiting on the answer. Still waiting on the answer. I got questions for you, baby. Like how you feel, how you looking. Like where you at, stole my heart, where you took it. I'm just trying to see you, but I ain't looking. All these lies got me shooken. Been wishing what I tell the world. I can never tell. I can never tell what's good. What's good. What's good. If what's good for me ain't good for you, when it's hard to see what's the move. I ain't trying to lose myself in you.
You guys keep following me. Thank you for all the love and support, and bless up, one love always. Your girl Brianni. What's good, guys? It's Kalia. I am a reggae artist. I
release positive vibes, reggae music for make you feel nice. So of course I'll be performing my newest song with J Island, Wildfire, and the one where the people them love the most, Easy, and we have Island Girl as well, and a bonus song which hasn't even been released yet, which is paying homage to Jamaica, the land of my birth, the land that I love, sweet Jamaica. So yeah man, you can look out for it. For me, life influences the way that I write, and music in itself, the song that I have called Wildfire, I wrote it as paying homage to music and how music has helped me out through some rough times, and so I always just want to give back how music has given to me in my life. So I always just want people to feel good when they're listening to what I'm singing.
You set my soul on fire. I sing a melody to take me home. You are my only desire. Yeah. Spreading round like wildfire. Music takes me to another zone. Reggae music takes you higher and higher and higher and higher. When my heart puncture and I go under, I'm in the gutter in a dark corner. I use the rhythm in the horn section to heal my aura when I need tuning. Tell me, have you ever been in need of salvation? Tell me, have you ever seen real restoration? You set my soul on fire. I sing a melody to take me home. You are my only desire. Yeah. Spreading round like wildfire. Music take me to another zone. Let the bass take you higher and higher and higher and higher. When the bass hits ya, yeah, you feel better. Make good vibe enter. No more stress for ya. Just close your eyes for a new horizon. Life just get better. You hear that guitar? Tell me, have you ever been in need of sedation? Tell me, have you ever felt real sonic sensation? You set my soul on fire. I sing a melody to take me home. You are my only desire. Yeah. Spreading round like wildfire. Music take me to another zone. Reggae music takes you higher and higher and higher and higher. Yes, you set the pace with such love and grace. You don't bring disgrace. Keep that smiling face. Oh, lonely darkest night, you're my firelight. You're like fireflies. You're that perfect light. With your melody, all these joy you bring, all your flavoring, yeah, your potency. Now we're skanking sweet. Rock you off your feet. You ignite my life. You're my paradise. You set my soul on fire. I sing a melody to take me home. You are my only desire. Yeah. Spreading round like wildfire. Music take me to another zone. Let the music take you higher and higher and higher.
I love Reggae Month. I love that we have something in Jamaica that celebrates the music that has ignited the world, and I think it's great coming from us. That we have a space to really, as I said, celebrate the genre of music that I think is the most beautiful music. It makes you happy. It makes you feel at ease, and for artists as well, especially young and upcoming artists, it gives them a chance to showcase their talents to not just Jamaica but to the world and beyond. I was born in Jamaica. I migrated to London when I was about 6 years old, and when I moved, going to primary school, people would ask me, of course, me did still have my accent, I still have it still. But you know, the kids will be like, oh, where are you from? And you know, everything. And then they would have called me the island girl. And of course, growing up, you know, so as Jamaicans, we're very proud. So I never left Jamaica. Anywhere we go, Jamaica to the world. So I'm always very proud of being Jamaican. I'm a carry it everywhere I go. Anybody ask me, you know, say I'm a yardie. So I wrote the song just as a get to know Kalia kind of song, but also to all of the island girl them out there where no say them can big up themselves and feel good about themselves.
Yeah. Them calling me, calling me, calling me. Hear me now. Them calling me the island girl. Everyone know when they come from, pretty little island girl. Coconut trees by the white sand, calling me the island girl. Killing with the natural suntan, pretty little island girl. Pretty little island girl. Jamaica me born and a England me grow up. And me step up at the plane, now me a star at the show. Winning pa me mind before me turn embryo. Me hotter than the bunny pepper, but me colder than snow. And me cup them face when they lip when me inna. Them boyfriend know say this a grass screener. Me don't chase, me no follow me a leader. Me wine waist in a mesh marina. Island girl. Everyone know when they come from, pretty little island girl. Coconut trees by the white sand, calling me the island girl. Killing with the natural suntan, pretty little island girl. Pretty little island girl. Me walk when me walk and me clean with the lean. Never me fi make trouble, never want make a scene. Bring the energy like a me name caffeine. And my still snack me a Caribbean cuisine. Sweat pants in a crocs or in a sneaker. Spanish man him say hermosa señorita. A little weight for me body and me sweeter. Still wine waist in a mesh marina. Island girl. Everyone know when they come from, pretty little island girl. Coconut trees by the white sand, calling me the island girl. Killing with the natural suntan, pretty little island girl. Pretty little island girl. Me look good, face pretty from me way. We day enough like diamond. Yeah, you full court sweet like a carrot cake. But them a cut them eye pan wherever. Up like Blue Mountain Peak. Sun can't come, so we future can't blink. Left coast pan line, we go party a bitch. I just so it lit. They calling me the island girl. Everyone know when they come from, pretty little island girl. Coconut trees by the white sand, calling me the island girl. Killing with the natural sun, them like killing with the island girl. Pretty little island girl. Them calling me the island girl. Everyone know when they come from, pretty little island girl. Coconut trees by the white sand, calling me the island girl. Killing with the natural suntan, pretty little island girl. Pretty little island girl.
So people like, you know, Rihanna, Lady Saw, Capleton, Beyonce have been influential in the way that I would say write, but music on a whole is not something that I would look to certain artists for influences. It's just I love music and I really take from different genres as well to I guess it just naturally influences my style, but not specific artists. I just love music.
Listen again. No matter where me day, you know where me come from. Can't forget it in my veins and my blood, man. Sweet Jamaica, so I call it jam down. No we no better than ya. Westmoreland, the summer make my debut. Herb growing at the hills, what a nice view. Bedding at the rain, out the door shampoo. No we no better than ya. No, don't better than ya. If you born it, you have to thank God.
and river we say. I can't selfish, they say it there. Bad mind people tell them go where. Dance all roots and reggae we say. Oh, when we in Tokyo, we repping that black, green and gold. Call my granny on the phone, I cannot stay from home too long. Love to see the colors progress when we see the podium. No, ain't no better than God. No, ain't no better than sweet Jamaica. No, ain't no better than sweet Jamaica. No, ain't no better than sweet Jamaica. No, ain't no better than God.
I think that artists can play a big role in the way that they influence young people, young women and men, you know, not just in the content of the music, but now we have social media platforms. So whatever you put out, it's not just your music that people are listening to or looking to get influence from. You know, it's the things that you wear. Them want to know, oh, where you get the pants there? People ask me, where you get that shirt there? Where you get that? So your actions as well definitely can influence people for sure.
Easy make me go. Yeah. Study art for 7 years long. Then them say experience me not have man that no fair man. Jano, give me a blind man. Easy up to find a gun when work is like a diamond. Kababati and nothing new. See my mother works hard for make a pot of stew. So when you see me, I'ma pop up at the interview. Just know a good clean life me I try to sell. So easy make me go through. Works hard and yet me still behind man. Easy make me go through. From 1990 long been on the grind man. Tired of the ocean. Sometimes I feel so hungry I feel crying man. Easy make me go through. Easy make me go through. Go through, go through. We not dapper, we not lazy. Been helping mama out ever since I was a baby. For real. Nothing ever gravy. Life in the ghetto, put your shelter over safety. Everywhere you walk up bad news. If I don't leave then I will never get a grand view. The law is less cause nobody no follow no rules. But the ghetto teach your life, no get it confused. Yeah. I wanna grow up there. I'm gonna show that I have no fear. Thanks to the most time I live to see another year. I forget my share. So easy make me go through. Ever trying. Works hard and yet me still behind man. Easy make me go through. Can't give up. From 1990 long been on the grind man. Tired of the ocean. That's the time. Sometimes I feel so hungry I feel crying man. Easy make me go through. Easy make me go through. Go through, go through. I got my way, but you can't stop my way. So put up on the lights, I feel we see a brighter day. Every day I pray, so I know that one day my blessings I go every year to every figure way. I wanna grow, I say I'm gonna show that I have no fear. Thanks to the most time I live to see another year. Gonna get my share. Easy make me go through. Works hard and yet me still behind man. Easy make me go through. From 1990 long been on the grind man. Tired of the ocean. Yeah man, I'm tired. Sometimes I feel so hungry I feel crying man. Easy make me go through. Easy make me go through. Just easy make me go through. Works so hard and yet me still behind man. Easy make me go through. Easy, easy, easy. From 1990 long been on the grind man. Tired of the ocean. My uncle winning up. Sometimes I feel so hungry I feel crying man. Easy make me go through.
want people to remember me for great music. I want them to remember me for selling out stadiums. That's also something that I see for myself in the future. I want to be a household name for music that you can put on a Kalia playlist and you know, say, you can just relax and vibe, you know? Mommy can be there, grandma can be there, children can be there, and it's just feel good music. Just like how reggae music is. I want Kalia music for take reggae as well to the forefront to the world to say, all right, Kalia is a reggae artist from Jamaica and she's doing great things.
Oh, 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 yeah, I'm Mr. Reggae Ambassador. Oh, 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 yeah, I'm Mr. Reggae Ambassador. Hey, play me reggae music in any condition. Drop it in a style, drop it in a fashion. Everywhere I go, I'm rocks the reggae man. Play me reggae music and chant down Babylon. Whoa, 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 yeah, I'm Mr. Reggae Ambassador. Hey. Whoa, 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 yeah, I'm Mr. Reggae Ambassador. Hey. Me come from Mandeville, I'm a true Jamaican. Me come a Kingston and me join a reggae band. Me travel Africa and me travel Japan. My mother proud of me, so she just love I man. Whoa, 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 yeah, I'm Mr. Reggae Ambassador.
What's a toast for the friends that take off the below? One time did sit down in a class and report that only set the road and me go on with the road.
Jamaica, the land of Bob Marley, Marcus Messiah Garvey, Usain Bolt, and of course, Reggae Month, the only month-long reggae music festival on planet Earth, where something reggae happens every day in the month of February, ranging from mega reggae concerts, reggae award ceremonies, and educational symposia on reggae. February is Reggae Month. Reggae Month is February, when Jamaica invites the world to come to Mecca, Reggae Mecca, and come catch the rhythm like no place else on earth, only in Jamaica.
And that's how I made to give him the glory. I'm delighted. Jano say my passion ignited. Got the music get me excited. I'm coming like a boss.
Reggae is global. Reggae is everywhere.
Yeah, reggae is my life, you know, because I for reggae, I know shot me, I walk out saying that or something.
We have something which the world crave even right now. Reggae is internationally known.